Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to this video. So today what I want to go through is basically why people are wrong when they say that they have a traffic issue with their Shopify store, their ecom business. We speak with, dozens of ecom brand owners every single week, and a really common thing that comes up is that they feel their biggest problem is traffic. All right. So on the surface level, they think the problem to them not getting enough sales, not generating enough sales, is actual traffic. And I'm here to tell you that that is, I guess, slightly true, but is definitely not the root cause, and it's definitely not, the absolute cause, because that is something that can be controlled, which I'll go into, in a minute. And so before we get into it, my brother and I started a ecom brand from our kitchen bench a few years ago. We've built it up to 10, 100, 3 to 400K a month on average now. And in our spare time, we now help other ecom brands with their growth. So if you're stuck, if you're looking to grow quicker than you'd like to be growing, and you need help, and you're serious about scaling, jump down below. There's a link to book a time to chat with us. It'd be great to have a chat to see if we can help you out in any way. So let's get stuck into it. So there's no such thing as a traffic issue for your Shopify store. This is what we're going to be talking about. And I'm going to be going through exactly why this is the case and how you can, I guess, reframe your own thinking and focus on what's actually really important. And so the counter to this is you don't have a traffic problem, you've actually got a conversions problem. All right. So you could be getting 500 people, 1,000 people, 10,000 people a day to your website or a month. And there is going to be a specific conversion rate that you're going to be operating at. Okay. And so we need to look at basically why people do and do not convert on your site. And so that's what I'm going to go through today. And hopefully it gives you a bit of awareness around the fact that it's more about conversions than it is the traffic. Okay. So the first thing, this is around conversions. Okay. Excuse my writing. So number one is your product. Okay. What are you selling? What problem does that solve, right? This is why you may not be converting at the rate that you want to convert at, because there is a product problem, which ties into the conversions, all right? So the best way to convert at a high rate is to have something that people need, that it solves obviously a problem, and have a really concise offer that is basically a no-brainer for the people that come to your site. All right. So for us, for Karmic, for example, when people visit our site, they know generally they've been warmed up. They know what they're expecting, what they're in for. They've come from an ad, from an influencer, from some organic content, and they know that they're going to this website to look at a juice cleanse program, all right, a product. When they get there, they basically just have to choose what they want, choose the day they want to start, and check out. We have between an 8 to 10% conversion rate, which is, way above average in ecom. Now, we will acknowledge that our traffic numbers could be a lot higher, and therefore maybe our conversions will drop off a touch. But the point being here is that our product, our program, does all the heavy lifting. We don't have a conversions problem, right? So if we want to increase our conversions and our sales, it's a very simple solution to drive more traffic. All right. So when people say that they have a traffic problem, you can pay anything to get more traffic, more eyes on your brand, and more people to your website. So that is not the problem, because that is such a solvable thing. It's literally just put more money in to get more traffic out. All right. So it all comes down first and foremost to your product, which is your offer. What are you offering people? How are you, unique from other people? How are you solving a problem specific to them? All right. So that's what we've found the most beneficial thing to focus on is a product and how you're positioning that within your brand, within your industry. All right. So product and offer is what is going to increase those conversions. If you look exactly the same as everybody else, if you've got a product that can be bought on, Amazon for half the price and twice the speed at getting it to them, it's going to be really difficult to convert that traffic. So you won't have a traffic problem, you'll have a conversions problem. Okay. And then so number two is around creating the desire All right, my writing's terrible, so my apologies. Is the desire. Now, there's several ways to go and do this, okay? The best and most effective way that we know possible is through influencer marketing and UGC, user-generated content, i.e. other people using your product, enjoying your product, helping people envisage your product in their hands and in their life, and integrating into how you'll actually use. Humans are, en masse creatures. They like to be in a crowd. They like to follow the crowd and be part of that community aspect. That's, a basic instinct of how we've survived this long on this earth, right? And so desire is being able to position your product as something they want. Okay, so again, going back to what they want, how it solves an actual problem, being able to position it so that they want that themselves and are willing to see value in the price that they're actually paying. Okay, and so what this actually comes down to, I saw this great example the other day, and it's called the price to value discrepancy. So you've got the value here, you've got the price here. Let's open up my screen a little bit here. And if your value is up here, then you've got a very high value to price ratio, right? But as soon as your price to value ratio dips below this line, that's where people don't see the value in your product and they won't purchase it. Okay. Now, desire can be related to value. Okay. So they have a desire first, they get the product, and they can see intrinsic value in being part of that community, doing what other people are doing, using this specific product or this resource. All right. And so that's what we found as well about desire. People's desire is so powerful. And if you see other people using it, if people you respect and follow are using your product, then that is a massive uptick for you to be able to drive more conversions. Your traffic becomes so loyal and influential that it drives conversion. So again, you don't have that traffic problem. That is a source of traffic using these things, but it's the conversions on the site that's actually going to, increase your sales. Okay. And if you don't have those things, which you should, they're all intertwined, obviously. The next thing you need to look at is your market. All right. We had a client the other day who said they had a traffic problem. They actually had a conversions problem. And when we looked at what they were communicating, their message they were communicating to what type of market they were actually focused on, we noticed a very big discrepancy there. So they were getting good amounts of traffic, organic and paid methods. And when these people arrived at the site, they just weren't converting. All right. So if there's a mismatch in who you're targeting and the traffic you're actually driving to your site, then they get to the page and the message is wrong. It doesn't resonate with them, or they don't see a use for it. They don't have the desire. Then they're not going to convert. Okay. So our advice to this client was simple. We said, go after a different market. Open up your market to an older demographic that's more suited to what the message you're actually sending, and that will increase the relevance, right, or the intent, intent of that audience. So whilst they would start driving, the same, similar amounts of traffic volumes, that intent increased their conversions dramatically. All right. So this is what you can do. If you're finding that, I'm driving traffic, it's good, I'm getting visitors, but I'm not converting at, 3% minimum, 3-4% minimum, then look at the type of audience that's actually coming to you, the type of traffic and their intent, and potentially skew the markets. Look for opportunities in different markets to be able to get more relevant people to your site, right? And a really good resource for this, something that opens up your thinking, is a book called Blue Ocean Strategy. Okay, and it talks about how to find untapped markets, blue oceans for your product, right? It's not necessarily you have to have the newest product in a completely made up new audience. That's not the case at all. It's having the same product that you've currently got and finding an untapped resource or traffic source or audience that you can target with a different message that they haven't seen before. Therefore, it's a new opportunity for them. All right. So that's another really pivotal way that you can open up and increase your conversions without having to generate more traffic. Because the more that we do that, the more that we kind of just try and drive traffic no matter what happens on the website, the more expensive it's actually going to be for you to keep doing this. And so I hope that really kind of clarifies some things for you in the sense of you don't have a traffic problem. Focus on the conversions and what's actually happening there, because you've paid in some capacity time or money or resources to get people to your site. Why are they not converting, right? Product, look at how you can position the desire, and look at a potential market, a blue ocean that you can go after if you're struggling in those areas. So again, I hope this helps. If you have any questions, please do let me know. But other than that, I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.